Hello, welcome back. So closing up our query strings mini-series, another common use case for query strings is using them to track location, quote-unquote, data of where someone originated when they took your survey. So something which query strings are really useful for is adding additional metadata to a person's survey response that isn't captured in the default Qualtrics metadata that you can set up with hidden questions, additional metadata, or any sort of tracking information in Qualtrics. Like for example, you can set up additional metadata that tracks which location a person came from when taking your survey, such as if they came from Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, etc., to see how a person's survey response differentiates and is affected by their origination point in how they went about finding your survey link and taking your survey from that location. The way you go about setting up this query string to track that data is by doing the following. If you haven't watched this video on the fundamentals of query strings, I suggest pausing this one, watching that video first, as it goes into the more nitty-gritty aspects of query strings and how to set them up to achieve what you're looking for. But doing a quick recap, the way in which you build out a query string is by doing the following. So first you have your survey link in here. That's the very first section out of 3. Then you have a question mark. Then you'll have your embedded data name equals, then your embedded data value. In this case, if I'm setting up a link that tracks the location someone originated when taking my survey, I want to do something similar to the following. So my survey link, that I can just grab from the published link here. I'll do question mark. My embedded data name, I'm going to use location. And then the value will be where the person originates from. So for example, I'll do something like YouTube, Instagram, maybe Facebook, Google, and then something like LinkedIn. Now, when someone takes a survey from these different links, their survey experience will be identical. They'll have no way of recognizing that there's some additional tracking mechanism that registers where they originated when taking the survey. But behind the scenes, when we look at the data, we'll be able to track that information and analyze our data set accordingly to see if there's any discrepancies or differences in the type of responses we get based on where someone originated when they took the survey. So I'm going to publish this. I'm first going to make this a hidden question so that it's not seen in the survey experience. I'm going to republish that, grab this link. And then I'm going to test all these different links, and then you'll see in the data analysis that we'll be able to track these different locations from these different links without influencing the person's survey experience in the slightest across the different links. Now, before you go about sending these links out or testing these different links, you have to make sure that you actually have this location embedded data field in your survey flow. I've already added it in here. Well, I guess I didn't. What I want to do first is add this location embedded data field, move it to the top. Now I'm ready to track this data to see if there is a difference in behavior based on where someone originates when taking the survey. So let's first start with LinkedIn. I'm going to open up an incognito window, take this survey. As you see, the survey looks normal. There isn't any flashing sign that indicates that the person is taking the survey through the LinkedIn link. Similarly, if I grab the one from Instagram and then pasted it in here, identical to the LinkedIn experience. And then if I go to YouTube, same experience here. Let's go to Facebook. No difference here. And then finally, Google. All of their experiences were identical. But behind the scenes, when I look at this data, that's when I can use query strings to really help me segment the people into different groups and analyze the data accordingly. So while their experiences were identical and the links were all the same, except for that little additional piece, this is the key part which is really helpful. This location data gets saved behind the scenes so that later on, when looking at the data set, if I put these links in different locations, I can see based on these origin points how someone is likely to respond to this survey and adjust my strategy accordingly. This is a really helpful aspect of query strings, as it allows you to send one link, put it in multiple locations, but just have a little adjustment to that link to track these different locations and then analyze customer sentiment or different experiences or how your results are influenced based on the location in which someone found your link and how they went about taking your survey from that particular location. Once again, to recap, if you're looking to track location data through query strings, what you're going to want to do is build out your normal query string, then add some sort of location tracker to that query string, add your location variable, set up the variable in your survey flow, and then once you do that, when you send out the links in the different locations, you can track the locations behind the scenes and analyze the data accordingly. Hope that clarifies things. If you guys have any additional questions or concerns or anything else you want to go over, please feel free to reach out in the comment section below. Always happy to clarify anything or go over anything further. This is one of the more complicated parts of Qualtrics, so please feel free to reach out in the comment section below if you would like a deeper dive into any specific part of the platform, and I'd be happy to make a video covering it further. Thank you guys for watching and look forward to see you again soon in the next video. Take care.